Alright, so I got the needle and I'm back at the bottom of the lighthouse here. Take real mirror. Give Michael mirror 4. Ah, thank you. Okay. Okay. So now I'm back on the island of Flesh. And can I unlock handcuffs? With needle? Okay, I can't, I guess, until this is over. Wait. Boy cries pitifully, his sobs going unheeded by the chanting cultists and the raging storm. Okay, score's gone up by 5 points. Unlock. Handcuffs with needle. Metal cuffs bite painfully into your wrists, but with a little bit of excruciating contortion you manage to insert the end of the needle into the keyhole. For what seems like endless minutes, you jiggle the needle fruitlessly around, biting your lips against the cramps that keep trying to seize your painfully bent hands and bitterly reflecting that Linda Hamilton makes it look deceptively easy on the big screen. Who's Linda Hamilton? And suddenly the cuff snaps open. Quickly you free your other wrist and handcuffs slide free, landing in the muck. He doesn't seem to notice that though, so that's good. So now, I think I'll save here. No handcuffs. Untie boy. Quickly you untie the bonds holding the boy to the stake. As his hands slip free, he jumps away from you and eyes you warily. Then sniffing and rubbing his arms, he runs to the edge of the island, hops over onto the breakwater and starts sprinting home. The boiling is becoming more violent. You also notice that the tide seems to be striking the island a bit higher than before. Yeah, we had that. Oh, we get another 5 points from that, but not really anything else. A tall wooden stake stands in the center of the island, surrounded by a loose pile of wood. X stake. The wood piled around the base of the stake and the leather thongs knotted firmly near the top make it gruesomely clear that this is no campfire, it's a sacrificial pyre. Take leather, wooden stake. It's hardly portable. Undo. Take leather thongs. No, not things. Take wood. The jewelry box, undo. Undo. Put handcuffs in coat. Which way do I go, though? Probably west? Rocky Spur. The final shivering heave, the island of flesh sinks beneath the waves. Soon nothing is left except the bubbling, turbulent patch of water. So we're back to the patch of water. You're wearing an amulet, a hooded robe, and your clothes. In addition, you have in your hands the real mirror, a crusty needle, and your trench coat. Put all in coat. I'm still not sure whether this might have taken a different route if I had, like, found a way to slip the amulet around Michael's neck. I might come back later and try that. I have the safe still. I don't know where I'm supposed to go now though. What could I do? Back to the... what, back southwest? Take room. I dropped it earlier. Go up. Stairs now lead to nowhere but broken masonry and empty sky. Okay, so east. Southwest. West. Southwest. West. Mill Road. So maybe I should make sure the boy got home safe. I mean, I can try. West. North. Ah. The young boy you freed from the island is standing here. Gives you a fearful glance. You hear a soft rattle behind you, like an empty tin can rolling across the uneven ground. You turn, no one's there. Ex-boy. Skinny, tow-headed boy of 8 or so. He bears all the markings of a recent victim of trauma. Oh yeah, I checked him out earlier. Silently, the boy walks through the churning mud to the front steps of 11 Milltown Road. For a moment, he stands there on the stoop, looking back at you, dirty, disheveled, drenched by the streaming rain. Then he turns and, raising his little fist, knocks on the door. The door opens. The old woman looks out, then looks down. She sees the boy, and it seems that she becomes just a little bit younger at that moment. "My baby," you hear her say. And then she's on her knees. Folding her son into her arms, she stands, holding him, and looks over his shoulder at you. "Thank you," she says. Her eyes speak volumes of gratitude that her words will never be able to express. "Thank you for bringing him home." And then she goes inside, and the door slowly closes behind her. That's nice, even though we didn't get anything for it, not even points. I think that was pretty cool. Made sure that he got home safely. Although, what happens if I undo this and knock on 11 myself? The door opens a crack and the woman peers fearfully out, but when she sees it's you, she smiles and beckons you inside. Then she stops. She looks past you at a little boy standing in the rain just a few feet away, and in that moment it seems she becomes a little younger. Am I still wearing my umbrella? Okay, I guess I can go south then. East. So where do I go now, though? Back to the mansion, maybe? East, I guess? Narrow street. Waitley Bridge. Town Square. Michael, or rather, the thing that has possessed Michael's body is standing there. The poor old man's mutilated corpse hangs from the top of the obelisk. Michael looks at you and smiles. It's not a particularly pleasant smile. Walks over to the obelisk and places his hand against the blood-stained stone, then mutters something guttural under his breath. The twisted hieroglyphs begin to shine with an eerie phosphorescence which quickly brightens and envelops Michael. His form wavers, then becomes transparent, and when the light fades, he has disappeared. The obelisk is still glowing. Is he underground now? Ah, damn it. Should have put the amulet on him. Obelisk. Touch obelisk. Oh. Yeah, we do go underground here. As your fingers touch the gore-streaked stone, the green light grows brighter, fanning out to envelop you. The odor of rotting fruit briefly assails your nostrils. Your vision streaks, then blurs. There's the sound of rushing air, and when your eyes clear, you're somewhere else. Burial mound. Yeah, we've been here before. Michael is standing here. The obelisk base stands before you, vast and shadowy in the green murky light. At the narrower northern end of the vaguely egg-shaped caverns, it's a massive stone altar. Yeah, we've had that before. Suddenly, Michael lunges forward and grabs your arms. He shakes you, causing your head to whip back and forth, and your teeth to click painfully together. Bitch, he hisses. Rotten, filthy bitch. You never give up, do you? You've foiled me for the last time. There's no way to fix what you've undone tonight. But by all the unholy spawn of darkness, I will put you in a stone-cold place for it. And his hands lock tightly around your throat and begin to squeeze. Maybe now the amulet? I can try. And let's go back to the dungeon noise. Where was that exactly? RPG dungeon, there we go. Okay. Burial mound. Put amulet around Michael's neck. Put amulet on Michael. Can't, not while he's strangling you to death. Undo. Why not? I could like grab into my pocket and then take off amulet. Take off the amulet. You have died. His iron grip has closed your throat completely. You cannot even draw in enough breath to cry for mercy. As inky black flowers bloom in your vision, you desperately search Michael's eyes for some sign, some glint of the person he once was, the husband you knew and loved. Sadly, you find nothing. As drool from his crazed rictus grin spatters down your face, and the world goes black. The last sight you see is the madness burning in Michael's red-rimmed eyes. Hit Michael with meat hook. Your hands are full? Oh crap. I think I have 2 turns here though, right? So drop. Hit Michael with broom. Without even blinking, Michael knocks the broom from your hands, then backhands you hard enough to send sparks across your vision. Or choicer weapon, he remarks. Silly bitch, he sneers. There's nothing you can do to hurt me. Drop broom. Hit Michael with meat hook. You have gone utterly mad. What? Before Michael can react, you whip the meat hook up in a vicious underhand arc. burying its point deep under your husband's breastbone. Michael shrieks and sinks to his knees, feebly plucking at the hook's wooden handle, which vibrates in time with his impaled heart. I didn't mean to kill him. Blood suddenly pours from his mouth in a hot geyser, splattering onto the ground and onto your clothes. He looks up at you, gasping, and in his eyes you see a feeble, flickering spark of identity. One last dying spark left of the man you once knew and loved. And suddenly you realize he's there, in that body. The body that you just killed. It's Michael you're looking at. You've just killed your husband. Why? He whispers through a dark puddle of blood. But you cannot answer. Too busy screaming. So what with a letter opener? You have died. I mean, what else do I have? Boom doesn't work. Metox kills him. Letter opener doesn't do anything. Amulet? Okay, so you're wearing an amulet, a hooded robe, and your clothes. In addition, you have in your hands an umbrella and your trench coat. Undo. Hit him with umbrella. That doesn't work. I can't see the rest of my inventory because it's in the coat I'm wearing in my hand. But if I'm just trying to remember, I do have a skull in there, but that doesn't help much, does it? Yeah, no. Show him one of the lockets. Prepare myself before I go down here and he can... With needle? You have died. So there must be something that doesn't kill him but yet knocks him out or something, right? I'll load. Not this one, but say no handcuffs. It's the one before that. Untie boy. Enter lighthouse. Take southeast, southwest. Take room east, east, southwest, southeast. What? Northwest? Yeah, go west then. South. East. South. So I'm at Waitley Bridge. Okay, so strip, undress, wear coat, put all in coat, inventory, so. And your clothes. In addition, you have in your hands a broom and a hooded robe. Crusty needle, umbrella, with a lantern, matches, an old tin, keyring, meat hook, a name tag, porno magazine. Is that gonna help us? Square canvas, straitjacket, towel, blueprint. I can hit him with a towel. Blueprint, printed memo, letter opener didn't work. Tattoo drawing, animal skull, cardboard box, strange metal flute, disc, flashlight. With a flashlight, maybe, depending how heavy duty it is. Newspaper, your wedding ring, silver locket. Oh, I could show him the wedding ring or something. Silver locket, that's the one with William inside, right? A torn journal, a family album, Michael's faculty card, slip of paper, soggy pages, jewelry box, tap notice, and 4 mirrors. I don't really know, man. Okay, so touch obelisk. Show Michael wedding ring. Oh! Look at that. First taking the wedding ring. There is one chance. If you can somehow reach whatever weak flicker of humanity still survives within that shell. If the person who was your husband still exists somewhere, buried beneath the part that is Croseus Verlac. Desperately, you slip the ring onto your finger and hold up your left hand. Your wedding ring gleaming softly in the strange green light. Michael is transfixed. He seems to want to recoil from the sight, yet is somehow simultaneously drawn to it. Suddenly his face crumbles, the madness and stoic evil failing away to reveal confusion, fear, vulnerability and anguish, all superimposed upon the malevolent creatures or features of Croseus struggling to regain control. Score's just gone up by 5 points, that's good. Put amulet on Michael. Aha, another 5 points. In his moment of hesitation, you see your chance. Straining against his choking grip, you slip the amulet's cords around Michael's neck, letting the silver pendant drop to his chest. Instantly, Michael begins convulsing, arcing his back and clawing at his chest. His jaws stretch open as if to release a howl of torment. But instead of voice, a thick ropey stream of ectoplasmic mist pours from his throat. Pours into the center of the room, roils about, then coalesces into a human form. The vaporous, half-rotted apparition of Croseus Verlac himself. Alright, that seems pretty intense. Burial mound, let's save here. So, what do I do now, though? So there's this ghost of Croseus Verlac. Do I just wait for it to dissipate, or... Oh, I could probably play the flute. And maybe that'll suck it away into the ether. Take flute. Look. The disembodied ghost of Croseus Verlac floats before you, howling its rage. Your husband is here, weak and battered, but nevertheless your husband again. The obelisk base stands before you, vast and shadowy in the green murky light. The ghost lets out a chilling sepulchral laugh. You useless, puny mortal, it cries. Did you really think that there was any way on earth you could stop me? I have lived and thrived for over 400 years. Not even death can claim me. Michael lets out a weak groan. Cover, holes, 2 and 6. Cover, hole, 2. You sabotaged my dimensional beacon. I will build another. You drove me from my host body. I will find another. What next? Will you track down my disciples, one by one, and kill them all? Will you set this whole town to the torch? Michael is doubled over with racking coughs, bringing up a thin trickle of blood. Place your finger over the 6th flute hole. There will be more towns, woman, and more bodies, and more disciples, and always will I be there, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Play flute. The flute emits an odd mixture of metallic warbling notes, which intertwine and harmonize eerily with one another, with each other. The strange harmony of the flute blends with the atonal ringing of the two columns, and the three sounds suddenly grow stronger, resonating with and reinforcing one another, intertwining like a dissonant invisible braid. The sound increases in volume, piercing your eardrums and causing the very air to shimmer. Suddenly the air above the altar begins to ripple as though with extreme heat. The very fabric of space seems to twist and buckle between the two columns, and then, with a sound like a wet sheet being torn slowly down the middle, the fabric splits. You are immediately swept off your feet by a powerful sucking vacuum, pulling everything within reach toward the portal. Dust and debris, bones and loose rock from the burial niches, everything not nailed down goes flying across the temple and into the well, and into the all-devouring maw, hovering over the altar stone. Desperately, you wedge your fingers into a crack in the floor. With the other hand, you grasp hold of Michael's pants leg and hang on for dear life. Verlac is caught like a... Verlac? Or you mean Croseus? Is caught like a gossamer thread in a tornado. Frantically he claws at the air, but as an insubstantial ghost there's nothing for him to hang on to. Shrieking and cursing, he is dragged inexorably back, closer and closer to the portal, until the suction draws his corpus into a long, trailing ribbon, like an unraveling cable-knit sweater. And in the next moment he's gone forever, sucked into whatever alien dimension lies beyond that horrible rift. For a few agonizing moments, you don't think you're going to make it. Then suddenly the chaos stops, leaving you breathless on the floor. Painstakingly, you pry your stiff, bleeding fingers out of the crack and roll over. The rift is gone, the air is normal, and the columns are ringing quietly, as if nothing had happened. Silence reigns. There passes some time that your memory cannot account for. A brief period of blackness and oblivion. You and your unconscious husband, together in the subterranean vault. Perhaps you were unconscious as well, you cannot remember. At some point you become conscious again. You lift Michael to his feet, putting his arm around your shoulders, and the two of you stagger up the titan stairs to the surface. The ground begins rumbling just as you are exiting the house. But by that time Michael has recovered some of his senses and can walk a bit faster. You make it down the bend in the road overlooking the town just in time to see the town square collapse, the vile obelisk sinking into the earth. Several buildings are dragged down along with it. A gas pipe ruptures in the courthouse, sending a gout of flame high into the air, and soon the entire town is burning. Behind you, a muffled explosion and a sudden warmth against your back bespeak a similar end to the Verlac family mansion. For a moment you find yourself almost turning back, driven by instinct to rescue your belongings, but you stop. You turn away, and while Michael rests, you stand at the overlook and watch the sparks rise like fireflies, mingling with the stars in a clear, cloudless sky. Is that it? That was pretty fast there in the end. Epilogue. He always returns to his blood. Edward Verlac. Home. You're home, and it is a momentous event. Downstairs, Michael is waiting for you to bring him the wondrous news. To the east is the bedroom you both share, and to the north is your bathroom. A cool wave of uneasiness washes slowly over you, and you're not sure why. Your score has just gone up by 15 points. That'll put us close to 90 now, I think, right? So what's the good news? What, are we pregnant? Look. Oh, wait. No, I don't want that. Okay. Look. Okay. To the east is the bedroom you share, and to the north is your bathroom. North. Your bathroom, an ordinary place, a normal, safe, familiar place. On the counter is a home pregnancy test. There we go. It's an ordinary pregnancy test, the kind you can get at any drugstore, the kind with a little window that turns pink if you're going to have a baby. Michael calls up again, this time sounding slightly worried. Hun, everything okay up there? Taken. I meant by take the pregnancy test like conduct it. Nameless, formless apprehension grips you suddenly, leaving you short of breath. Why are you so frightened on what should be such a joyous occasion? No, undo. Read. Pregnancy test. So I guess it's positive then, or what? So take. Then go, I don't know what, west, east, south. Down. Okay. X window. Little window. You stare down at the little plastic indicator, and an inexplicable horror seizes you. Okay, let's do that again. You stare down at the little plastic indicator, and an inexplicable horror seizes you as you recall Edward Verlac's last words. And besides, who could say whether the crafty devil Croseus might not concoct some new way to enter the world, through a new body, through that of one of my daughters perhaps. The ritual has always demanded a grandson. But Croseus was never one to let such a trivial inconvenience stop him. He would find a way. He always returns to his blood. The window is pink. The test is positive. From downstairs, you can hear Michael joyfully talking to himself. Oh, I hope it's a little girl, he says. I've always wanted to have a little girl. You have won. For now. In that game, you scored 100 out of a possible 100 points. You have banished the evil and saved your husband from a fate most hideous. Thank you for playing Anchorhead. Nice! So we did it. Cool. And we actually got all the 100 points. I didn't think we would, but I think we were pretty diligent and exacting there, and we looked at everything that we could look at. And the only thing we didn't do probably is the optional labyrinth and the paper mill, but there don't seem to be any points in there, so I don't think I'll actually go back and do it. And I don't think slipping the amulet on Michael would have worked earlier as well. So I think it turned out pretty good. And of course, I mean, this is still a grotesque or gothic story, so you know it leaves some doubt there at the end. What's going to happen is Croseus going to come back, and also Michael's saying, "I've always wanted to have a little girl." Oh God. Yeah, well, you know, as long as he's wearing the amulet, we should be fine. But we really have to make sure. Well, yeah, I guess that's it. I really enjoyed that. That was a really well-written text adventure / interactive fiction piece. Really cool. I liked all the references and the neat little details. I did like the small amount of puzzles that were there as well, and I think it was mostly logical. The only thing that I really had to look up is the entrance to the paper mill. I think that was not so well done. I mean, it's literally at one point in the game you just have to not just look at the thicket, but actively search the thicket. And there's like so many spaces where there's like woods around or trees or whatever, and you just have to actively search that specific spot. I mean, how was I supposed to know? I don't know. Maybe there would have been another way. Maybe there's another key somewhere that I can get that opens the front gate of the paper mill. I don't know. But yeah, you made it. And I liked it. I liked uncovering that mystery. And I really liked that you did get it spelled out in the end, but you could know way earlier if you really paid attention, and we did. So that's that. So for the last time, this is our beautiful map here. That's the sewers. That's the cave under the house with the burial mound, and this is Anchorhead. Really. I didn't really make a map of the house, but I found that to be easy enough to navigate, so I didn't really need it, except for maybe the labyrinth, consisting of the narrow hallways between the walls. But we wrote that down in this little document here, so that worked as well. Yeah, wrote down quite a couple of things, made a map, had a good time, lots of literary references, beautiful vocabulary, good writing. I liked it. Well, that'll be that for Anchorhead. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time as well, and I'd be really happy to see you for some of my other playthroughs, be it interactive fiction or not. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good one. I'm out.